Problems in Life, a life lesson on growth and success. In a peaceful village nestled between rolling hills and lush green fields, there lived a young man named Liam. Hard-working and determined, he spent his days trying to build a better life, yet no matter how much effort he put in, problems kept finding their way into his path. Every time he solved one, another would arise, leaving him feeling frustrated and hopeless. One evening, as the sun dipped behind the mountains, painting the sky in brilliant shades of orange and pink, Liam sat outside his small home, lost in thought. The burden of his struggles weighed heavily on him. "Why is life so unfair?" he murmured to himself. "No matter what I do, there's always another obstacle waiting for me." Unable to bear the frustration any longer, Liam decided to seek guidance from the wisest man in the village, an old teacher named Noah. The Lesson of the Salt and the Lake. Noah lived in a modest hut at the top of a hill, surrounded by ancient trees and a peaceful garden. When Liam arrived, the old man greeted him warmly and invited him inside. Liam let out a heavy sigh. "Master, I work hard, but life keeps throwing problems at me. Every time I think I've fixed something, another issue appears. I feel trapped, as if my efforts are meaningless. I don't know what to do anymore." Noah listened patiently, nodding as he stroked his long white beard. Without a word, he stood up, walked to his kitchen, and returned with a small glass of water. Then he took a handful of salt and sprinkled it into the glass. "Here, drink this," Noah instructed, handing the glass to Liam. Liam took a cautious sip but immediately spat it out. "It's too salty," he exclaimed, his face scrunching up in disgust. Noah chuckled softly and led Liam outside to a vast, serene lake nearby. The water shimmered under the golden light of the setting sun. Standing by the edge, Noah took the same handful of salt and tossed it into the lake. The tiny grains disappeared into the vast body of water. "Now," Noah said, "take a sip from the lake." Liam hesitated, then bent down, cupped some water in his hands, and drank. To his surprise, the water was fresh and pure. "It doesn't taste salty at all," he said, looking at Noah with wide eyes. Noah smiled. "My son, problems are like salt. Their bitterness depends on where you place them. If you remain small and confined, like this glass, even a little trouble will feel unbearable. But if you expand your perspective, like this vast lake, no problem will ever be strong enough to overwhelm you." Liam gazed at the endless lake, the ripples reflecting the sky's colors. In that moment, he understood. His problems weren't the issue, his mindset was. A new perspective on life. From that day forward, Liam changed his approach to challenges. Instead of feeling trapped by his struggles, he embraced them as opportunities for growth. He expanded his thinking, adapted to difficulties, and stopped fearing failure. With time, Liam not only overcame his own struggles, but also became a source of inspiration for others. People from the village came to him for advice, just as he had once sought wisdom from Noah. He had learned the greatest lesson of all: problems don't define you, but how you handle them does. And so, just as the lake remained vast and calm, Liam's heart remained strong and unshaken, no matter what life threw his way. Moral: problems will always exist, but how you handle them defines your success. Expand your mindset, and no challenge will be too big.